So my name is Martine Nezerwa. I'm from Rwanda, and I work as a Chief Digital Officer in the agriculture sector in Rwanda. So this has been a big journey and a great journey. So it's my first time in the public sector, 2.5 years in, and being able to participate in this fellowship as soon as I entered the public sector has been an eye-opener, because coming from the private sector, there are so many things that we would want to actually implement in the public sector, but being able to actually see how do we implement those things so in the public sector. So those are some of the things that we're seeing, okay, how do we bring the spirit that we have in the public sector of getting things done and done properly and on time in the public sector. So some of the key learnings really in the fellowship. So fellowship is in two parts. There is the product development and leadership. And I would say that on the part of the product development, it has been at least similar to the private sector, but bringing it in the public sector with all the challenges or the processes that we have. So being able to manage those expectations of the stakeholders, but also the product, falling in love with the problem, I think has been some of the things that I really enjoy in here, to say, okay, who falls in love with the problem? But in here, we're falling in love with the problem so that we are sure that we're solving the right issues. And on the leadership, I think it's been crazy because you go in the public sector, you have so much, there's the ecosystem to navigate is big, and you need to be able to manage all the different stakeholders, the people you meet, whether it's your team and whoever needs your support, whoever you're serving. So that part of the leadership has been a great journey that we've had to say, okay, how do we become a better African leader, right? What is defined by that? The values that you need to have, being able really to identify the core values that make me, and then make us who we are. So there's the me and then there's the us. How do we combine all of those to make Africa great? So I think that has been the highlights for me. So I think it's made it more in the design or the analysis. How do we take the problem, right? Because it helps you not go fix things when you've already put a product on the market, but it's really, okay, this is the process we go into, right? Clearly define the problem, who is having the problem and what they're going through at the moment, what are the mechanisms that they're using at the moment, and re-engineering around that. So making sure that you go in, you don't spend 6 months developing something or developing something that eventually is not answering to the needs, then you end up coming back. So really, I think that part of making sure that you nail the problem down, then it will ease the implementation and make it actually launch faster on the market. For the project that I have, they're looking at the funding that we're looking into securing, actually early on, making sure that identifying the problem that we have and who has the problem and what's the value that they're going to get out of it. So the stakeholders, A, B, C, D, and this is what they're going to get and this is how it's going to impact them, has been really the highlight. So it's not that it's something that I didn't know, but it's something now that you put into, like you deliberately do, right? You deliberately identify, you deliberately seek talk to the stakeholders, and you put the right metrics around as well to say, okay, this is what we set out to do, and that we're doing it the right way, that's going to bring the value. They brought actually the design, so part of the design, part of the engineering, so the implementation. So they were really looking at, because what they set out to do was what we're calling the prerequisites, right? Those information or data that we need to start full implementation of the project. So being able for them to even, the analytical skills, right? To analyze and understand the sector first, how it's connected to, different stakeholders are connected. So there is that analysis that they had to do, and they had to learn if they didn't know. And then going on to the design and making sure that how does this impact the future developments that we can add in the system, and then also doing the coding and the programming itself. So they've really gone through the whole software development lifecycle, if we can put it like that. And then, now what's left to us is really going into the improving on the job done, and also maintaining and updating and so forth. So this is a continuous project, so we're still running, but I think them coming in and we're saying, okay, we're putting in place the prerequisites. Because one thing one issue that we're trying to solve with this project or product is avoiding fragmentation or siloed systems that we have here and there, whether it's from the public sector or the private sector that is also working in the agriculture ecosystem. So making sure that we have that foundation, that all other can come and build on has been, and that's the job that they were here to do. And this is going to set how future development are done in the sector, starting with the public sector of which I'm managing. Being able to meet different people from different countries and seeing their perspective and how things are run there. Us going to Kenya and seeing the ecosystem that they have and how they manage to work together with its shortcomings but also successes, and people coming here and also us being able to realize our shortcomings as well and the successes that we have. I think it's been quite an eye-opener, and also I think that the latest visiting Estonia and spending a week there, and then you get to see that there is so much to do, but being able to see that it's doable, it's possible, then I think it adds on to going back and making, continuing to make things happen. I think it fits back into, what I just did now, being able to talk to people who have gone through this, or who are going through this, and seeing how they're managing through it. But I also think that coaching has also been a good element added onto the fellowship, because it's not a thing that, at least personally, I used to do, just writing things down, accountability for myself of the things that I said that I would do, but and also just talking through things, and me actually knowing that I do have some of these answers or ideas to put out there. So it's been interesting, and I think I'll find a coach, even if it's not through ALU, continue either coaching or mentoring to help me on my journey. Thank you for being part of the ALU Fellowship, Public Sector Fellowship. I think it's something that anyone in the public sector should go into, because it gives you a new perspective on how to go about things. But also thank you for the room, and I think I'll give a shout out to John, John and Nana, really for allowing us to work with the fellows that have helped us really start, right? Because we were in the idea, but now we can clearly say that we have something. So, and then from there we can build. So thank you for this.